Alright, so I think I figured out why I despise scientists. And it's not because they're smug, and it's not because they're esoteric, and it's not because they think everyone else are idiots. It's none of those. The only reason I despise it now, the only reason, I think that the reason for maybe the marginal degree of ambivalence I feel towards scientists has to do with the deference they show to like what one might call like the perfect execution of will, to the marginal exclusion of the cooperative execution of will. They tend to show a lot of deference to the idea of perfection, and it feels like it's almost lacking in humanity. So, to explain this concept, growing up, your parents probably asked you to do stuff, right? They would ask you to help them with a project or something like that, and sometimes they actually needed your help, but sometimes they didn't. Sometimes it was a case where they could have done it better alone, they could have done it faster, more efficiently, but they asked you to help. This is largely because they want you to learn something new, they want you to mature, they want you to grow up. And to me, there's something semi-divine in this idea of cooperation for the sake of betterment, the idea of allowing flawed creatures into your plans for the sake of helping them better themselves. And it feels like scientists tend to be lacking when it comes to this. Now, maybe another kind of reason is, I guess I'm not a super fan of the idea of perfection. I guess I'd be more a fan of the idea of functionality. In theory, because it doesn't really exist in reality, in theory, perfection is kind of a bland and boring thing. Like, you could think of it this way: a pane of glass, like a plain pane of glass, is perfect, but it's also very, very boring. A stained glass window is actually quite interesting and very, very unique, but it's flawed. The idea of being unique tends to entail like flaws and shortcomings and whatnot like that. So as a general, I'm a fan of functionality, but not necessarily of perfection. Because again, I kind of think the idea is, in theory, boring. Oh, so caveat to end this thing out, I do recognize that sometimes functionality is important enough that you cannot allow for any type of cooperation. You basically just have to have one guy doing it, otherwise stuff might go wrong. So I'll give scientists that, but the point still stands. Alright, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you like.